Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURFATIN and BINTI HAMID, and this is my friend NABILLA FITRIN binti Muhammad AMIN. So I will be the first presenter. Socotra Island, located in Arabian Sea, has a rich and unique history shaped by its isolation and strategic location. The island has been inhabited for 2,000 years, with early settlers believed to be South Arabian and East African. Ancient Greek, Roman, and Arab source mention Socotra has hub for trade, particularly in frankincense, myrrh, and other valuable resins. Socotra was a part of the ancient Hadramaut kingdom and later come under the influence of various powers, including the Portuguese in the 16th century, who briefly occupied the island. It eventually became a part of Sultanate of Mahra and later was integrated into the British Island Protectorate in the 19th century. After the end of the British colonial rule, Socotra became a part of South Yemen, and following unification in 1990, part of the Republic of Yemen. Due to its remoteness, Socotra remained relatively isolated from mainland politics and development, which is help preserve its unique biodiversity and cultural tradition. Today, Socotra is recognized globally for its ecological significance, with over one-third of its plant species found nowhere else on Earth. Its cultural identity, language like Socotri, and environment remain central to effort of sustainable tourism and heritage preserve in the 1990s, mainly attracting scientists, ecotourists, and the nature enthusiasts. At that time, the island had a very limited infrastructure and few roads, simple guest house, and minimal transport option. The turning point came in 2008 when Socotra was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This increased global awareness and positioned Socotra as a unique ecotourism destination. Local communities began offering guide tour and small-scale accommodation, focusing on sustainability and conservation. However, the outbreak of Yemen civil war in 2015 caused a sharp decline in tourism due to security risks and travel restrictions. The island also suffered from poor infrastructure and limited flight access. In recent years, there has been a slow recovery. Tourists, especially nature photographers and adventure travel, are showing renewed interest. International organizations have a support training program for local guides to promote sustainable tourism and protect the island free. Socotra Island has seen significant influence in visitor number over the past 2 decades. In the year 2000, the island received only around 190 tourists. That number gradually increased, and by 2008, after it was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site, tourism peaked at over 4,000 visitors. However, tourism was heavily impacted by the outbreak of Yemen civil war in 2015. Visitor number dropped sharply due to travel restriction, security concern, and limited flight access. Despite this challenge, the island has shown signs of recovery. In 2021, Socotra welcomed amazingly 1,200 visitors, and by 2022, that number has risen to over 2,200. Most of these travelers were ecotourists, scientists, and photography interests in this island's unique biodiversity. Tourism remains small-scale, but it's slowly rebuilding through sustainable travel initiatives. With a proper management and support, Socotra has a long potential for responsibility tourism. First is conservation zoning plan in 2000. Divide island into a strict resource use and general zone to control tourism impact. Next is UNESCO support since 2008, promote sustainable tourism, support training for local guide, and community-based tourism. Next is Environmental Impact Assessment 2021. All tourism projects must follow new EIA guidelines to protect biodiversity. And next is Control Access, a special permit required tourism limited to authorized operator and monitor a flight. And the last one, ecotourism focus, emphasize preservation, bans plastic in protect area, and support small-scale, low-impact travel. Socotra is home to around 60,000 people, most of whom rely on fishing, livestock, and small-scale farming for their livelihood. Infrastructure on the island is limited, with few roads, minimal healthcare, and unreliable electricity. Access to education is basic, and the most higher service required travel to the mainland. Due to its unique biodiversity and protected status, large-scale development is restricted. While tourism offers a strong economic potential, it must be carefully managed to avoid damaging the environment and traditional ways to life. The island development is further challenged by its isolation, limited investment, and the ongoing political instability in Yemen. Despite this, Socotra remains a valuable model for sustainable, community-based, and development and ecotourism.
I'm sure you guys already know some of the information about Socotra Island, Yemen after Fatin's explaining, right? So now I'm FITRIN and I will continue to explain about TLC model at Socotra Island, Yemen. So for now, Socotra Island is still in the involvement stage of the tourism area life cycle because their local people is just starting to take part in tourism by offering eco tours and homestay, and the number of tourists is still small and they just focus on environment and local communities. And there the just infrastructure is still basic with just a few lodge and simple transport, but for now people are just starting to see the potential of tourism, but still there is no much investment or data planning yet. So for now, Socotra Island is still in the involvement stage of the tourism area life cycle because their local people is just starting to take part in tourism by offering eco tours and homestay, and the number of tourists is still small and they just focus on environment and local communities. And there the just infrastructure is still basic with just a few lodge and simple transport, but for now people are just starting to see the potential of tourism, but still there is no much investment or data planning yet. There are several factors that influencing TLC progression on how tourism grows in Socotra. So one of them is lack of good roads, transport and hotels, and also the facilities and tour services at Socotra is still developing. But on the good side, the local people is now involved themselves to make tourism growth there. And since Socotra also under UNESCO site, there are rules to protect the environment, and however it also because the conflict of Yemen that make Socotra is risky and difficult to get the investment, and also there are not many people know about Socotra, so they still need a good promotion. For socio-economic and environmental aspect, actually tourism is helping the local economy by creating new jobs in guiding, transport and selling craft. It also gives the local people to earn new way to earn money besides than farming and fishing. And socially, tourism also bring new ideas for them to take pride in their culture and nature, but there are environmental risks. Too many tourists could also harm the coral reef, beaches, and their rare plants. So the island ecosystem is very fragile. They need to protect it, like they need to make a plan for visitors limits and special zones, um, I think group like UNESCO and other NGOs is helping with the conservation and sustainable tourism effort. For future outlook, Socotra have big opportunity to become one of the top ecotourism destination with the nature and uniqueness. People come and visit Socotra um, when they have a good marketing and planning system. So political issue and weak rules also make things harder. That's why a proper tourism planning is needed, along with training for local and marketing Socotra as a special but low impact destination. In conclusion, Socotra is in the early stage of tourism development, so the local involvement in growing and the island nature and culture treasure give it a great potential. But to make sure the tourism work in the long term, it is important to protect the environment, support local communities, and develop it carefully. With the right steps, Socotra can grow as a responsible and a sustainable tourism destination that benefit both the people and nature. So that's all from me and Fatin. Thank you.